You know what I like about you too, Danielle, is you keep going. Like you try things. You're like, I'm going to get up on stage. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do The Price is Right. Yes, I'm going to go on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Yes, I'm going to do, it's like you keep putting yourself out there. What did it take for you to always bet on yourself? It seems like you just have the courage to bet on yourself. And so many people don't. But was that something that was like instilled in you from your family, or is it just something that you developed over time to have this courage?
I mean, I think the honest truth is that, I have wanted to be like an entertainer since I was a kid. Like I really, I want to be an actor and dance and sing and all that. But the truth is, like, I did not see myself on screen. I didn't see myself in media. And so in reading, memoirs about like, women who've entertained and comedians, and what I've just like absorbed and heard from like people who have gone through this and are at the place that I want to be at is that, when you are not the norm, when you aren't that blonde hair, blue eyed ingenue, you have to create your own role. You have to make your own lane. You have to be the one to write the pilot or the show or the movie that you get to star in, because only you can play it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's annoying and frustrating. And I'm like totally in that space right now where it's like, oh, why can't someone just, like with auditioning, it's like, oh, I got to audition for this kind of character. And it's like, yeah, Danielle, because you got to make your own,
Girl, but that's so good, talking about being willing when you don't see the representation of yourself or what you want to do. You have to sometimes create your own lane. That is golden right there. And I love that you're doing that because, as we transition into talking about diversity in comedy, you are now, some young girl will look at you or someone else and say, wow, I can do that. Wow, she did that. So you are like opening doors and being an example of what you didn't see. What does that feel like? I mean, is that, when you think about it, because you said I didn't see anybody like me.
I can't think about that. I'm like, that's, I mean, I just know that there's such a long road to go. You know what I mean? Where there's like real like equity and equality, in representation, for disabled people, for Afro-Latino people, for queer people. Like I'm glad that like we're in a place where, those conversations are happening. People are understanding, like, you can't just tokenize us. You have to, have people behind the line. You have to people, we want directors, we want editors, we want sound mixers, we want writers. You know what I mean? We need to be involved in all aspects of production, not just in front of the camera, and I think like so much of what has helped me is that, I had my best friend, Madison, like when I started, I still have her. And when we started stand up, she comes from theater and she comes from real kind of DIY spaces where it's like, well, we make the plays that we want to see so that we can play the characters we want to play. So let's start a stand-up show. And so we started Gentrification with iGap Comedy, where it was like, we are booking all the comics that often get tokenized. And now we're all on the show together. And you know what I mean? It's like
so good.
We contain multitudes. You know what I mean? We aren't interchangeable for each other. And our shows are really rich and they're fun. And they're a place where, comics who have been othered can mix and mingle and share resources. Because so much of like how we end up getting kind of like, siloed off is because we don't have the same network where we're all in the same spaces sharing, but when we share, because we are each running individual races, right? The thing that makes us successful is us. We are not competition,